Jack, your thoughts on today's match?
Naturally disappointed that we've lost for the first time this season, and always disappointed to lose any game at Easter Road. I thought first half was probably the best we played in recent weeks in terms of the areas of the pitch we found ourselves in and how much we created, but still found ourselves behind at half time, which was frustrating. I think the onus was then on us the second half to probably suited Aberdeen. I think for us to go and try and be creative in that sense, and I don't think we did it as well second half. We had all our attack-minded players on the pitch at the end of the game, but wasn't enough for us to go and obviously create and score in that period.
Last 48 hours probably isn't what you imagine panning out, but I won the players today. Obviously training cancelled yesterday, everything going off the pitch, but full focus when the match kicked off.
Yeah, I mean it's not an excuse for losing the game today. It's not a reason for losing the game today. I was pleased with a lot of what we did today. We fell short, and that will happen at times this season. It's how we respond to it. Preparations were different for us, but the players that didn't affect the players in terms of their performance level and what they did within the game. So I think it's just a period for us. It's a little break that's coming up that allows us to reflect on the things we've done well in the 6 games, but the areas that we need to improve upon. I think that we can get better at the top end of the pitch. I think there's individual players that have got more to give, not more to give in terms of effort, but I think improvement in terms of the levels are at the moment, and that will come because they're good players and they've proven that in the past. So this period just allows us to reflect on that, get them better, and make sure that when the summer games around we continue with the defensive solidity we've had, but we had that cutting edge again as well.
A lot of chances as well, particularly Josh and Dre whipping in balls into the box. It's just that final touch that was missing today. Yeah,
as I said, I can't be critical of the areas we found ourselves in, particularly first half and on occasion second half, but that last part we're not doing as well at the moment. It's been challenging for us not having Kevin as well, because with the exception of Kevin and Christian, we don't really have what you call out and out strikers. Jamie is another one who's played off a side a lot in his career, so we are trying to be creative with what we've got to give us that threat. But when you've got natural goal scorers and 2 of them on the pitch, I think it heightens the possibility of taking those opportunities when you get into good areas. So something to reflect upon. Kevin will be back, which will help us again and give us another option in attacking sense. But said before the game that if we won today, it would have been an excellent start. It's still been a very good start for us. We don't want to be satisfied with losing today, but the points total we've taken from the opening 6 games, we can take a breather now, take encouragement from, and be ready to go again from the St Mirren game.
It's important this game as well, as you touched on, that doesn't spoil the last 5 games going into this. Really good performances, flying near the top of the table, and it's just a bump in the road.
Yeah, I mean, again, because it comes at the end of the 6-game sequence, it can obviously put a dampener on what you've achieved to date. If you flip it and you'd lost the first game and we achieved the points total since, then everybody would be very positive. So it's just a case of reminding the players that it's tempering it with never being satisfied with losing matches, particularly Easter Road, but taking a step back and assessing what we've done, coming back from a long break, both enforced and then pre-season, and then banging out the points total we've done so far, as I said, offers a lot of encouragement, and I do believe we'll get better. I think that's the thing as well. I don't think we've done that points total we've been at our absolute best. I think we've got improvement in us as a team and as a squad, and I think that will come over recent games as well, over next game, sorry.
First chance to see Jamie Murphy in action as well. What do you make of him since signing in on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a big ask to have him involved today. Because of the disruption we had yesterday, he hadn't even met the players or trained with them. So we're relying on his experience and know-how to give us something from the bench today. And again, depending on how the game was going, how quickly we wanted to put him on the pitch. But he will give us quality, he'll give us a threat. Again, probably asked him to play in a slightly different role because the lack of real striking options we had. But pleased to have him in the building. He'll benefit from this 2-week period we've got leading up to the St Mirren game as well.
Want to relax now for the next couple of weeks and then preparation for a trip to Paisley?
Yeah, we've structured the week in the way that the players will get a little break, but then back in and then a little break again. And it's important to take it because there's going to be very few of them over the course of the season with the fixture schedule the way it is. And it's good mentally, I think, for everybody to have a breather, physically obviously to recover properly, but by the time the St Mirren game comes around, there'll be a group that'll be ready to go again, and I think they'll have that excitement back again about realising where they are in the league and where they can continue to push to be over the remainder of the season.